Okay, hey y'all, in this video I'm going to show you my homemade tactical single point 2-point sling. These slings, if you buy a single or 2-point sling, usually they'll be pretty expensive. This one, totally free for me, and it was super easy. This is another do-it-yourself homemade thing if you're on a budget or you gotta make something work in a hurry or emergency, whatever the case may be. So I've got a 2-point sling here, and so I like the 2-point sling. You just sling it around behind you and it carries just fine. You can bring it up. Problem is, whenever you're doing reloads and stuff, if you go, I'm still not sure about this whole ready mag, double mag thing. It can be pretty fast, but I'm not sure if I like it yet. I'm going to have to do more practice. I mean, it's good in theory, I guess, but I don't know how the practical works. But anyways, whenever you're reloading, or whatever you're doing, that it can kind of get in the way of charging and stuff like that. So I said, well, maybe I should try single point. I was like, well, how can I turn this into a single point sling? And I realized if I just put a carabiner thing and I put a loop back here, I can hook it up, and this, I got a triglide on here, and so I can just hold the gun up there, just tighten it up. It's not lightning fast, but it works. And now there is nothing in the way whenever I'm reloading or shooting. And I like the single point now, but you can't really put it behind you that effectively. So I can switch back to single point for whatever reason. But let me show you exactly what this sling is and how I made it. Okay, so how this works, this strap here is like a 1-inch strap. I got it off of an old tree stand harness, actually. I think it was actually the tether strap for an old tree stand harness. And so it's got one loop sewn in right here. And so all I did was I put it through the slot on the stock, and then I basically just tightened it down. And if you turn the loop inside out like that, you can pull it tight, and it'll sit flush against there, and it'll be a really solid point. Now, this strap already had a metal triglide on it, so it's adjustable, and it just has like a sewn-in loop, and the triglide is made into this. And then all I've done, I've taken a key ring. I use key rings on like all of my slings, because as long as you have the nice sturdy thick ones, they work just fine. My hunting rifle that I've carried for probably 5 years now has had the same heavy duty key rings on it. I've carried it pretty much all deer season for 5 years, and they haven't given me a single bit of trouble. They work great. And then all I have is this carabiner in here that has the locker. It really doesn't matter if it has the locker. You could put an HK clip, I think that's what they're called. Any clip you want to put on the end that'll hold well, and that'll work just fine. I just put it in the regular sling mount up here. The other thing I've done to make it single point is I've just added basically what amounts to a paracord loop. So it's just fisherman's knot in there. It's just a fisherman's knot that forms a loop. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to take it part way down, hold the knot part way down. You're going to put it through the loop, the other end, and then you're going to pull this, the piece that does not have the knot on it. I'm going to pull it tight, and basically what that does, it cinches it down against that knot, and it basically holds itself tight, and then you just slide the knot down to where it won't get in your way. Now what you have is you can unclip it and just clip it in that large loop, and it's not actually a single point sling, but it's, I mean, it's so close it really doesn't matter. And you just tighten down your triglide to adjust it to whatever length you need. This strap was like exactly the perfect length for a 2-point sling for me, and I double it or do it with the triglide about in the middle, and it's about right for a single point. Okay, so this works great. I haven't had problems with it. This sling, I mean, this thing was made to hold up a man. It'll definitely hold a rifle without a problem. And I've got 550 cord. I mean, that's not going to be an issue. Really the weakest link in this whole setup is probably the keyring, and I don't think you're going to break that keyring. That would be some serious weight on there, because like I said, I've used them a bunch. They work just fine. If you use a heavy keyring, don't use one of the little cheap ones that you can bend with your fingers. That's a bad deal. But anyways, this works great. It gives you options, and I love options. So it's out of the way and everything. And I did my reloading wrong. That's one thing about this. You have to grab it one specific way, otherwise you'll drop your magazine. But anyways, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and share, and thanks for watching.